You are part of this problem. Without even noticing and thinking that this action is normal, you are part of this global problem that doesn't let us improve as a society. Just think about it for a second. Have you ever paid a bribe or accepted one? Have you ever hired or have been hired by a friend or familiar just because of your close relationship? Have you ever paid someone so that you can buy alcohol, cigarettes, or a drink in forbidden hours, days, or even age? Think about it. Have you ever done any of these actions? All of these actions, whether they're worse than others, all contribute to corruption. And not only that, it creates a society that sees corruption in a normal or even a cultural perspective. But hey, calm down. Don't worry, it's normal. Why? Because of the rational choice theory. We see our different possible choices and we make a choice for our own personal benefit. We think accepting a bribe can be good for us, but yeah, maybe in the short term. But have you reflected on what happens in the long term? Corruption is the abuse of entrusted power for private gain. Corruption makes a society less trustworthy. It weakens democracy, slows down economic development. It creates inequality and social divisions. You may think, yeah, this is logical, but have you reflected on how corruption affects you? Corruption affects you in many, many, many ways. Corruption can cost your livelihood, your rights, your health, your freedom, and even your life. Corruption also reduces your choices or chances for a healthy environment and sustainable future. When money that was meant to tackle the climate crisis is stolen, that's your future being taken away from you. When money meant to improve your local schools is stolen, that is your future and your kids' future that is being taken away from you. When money meant to improve your local hospitals is stolen, that is your health being taken away from you. When money meant to clean and improve your local roads is stolen, that is your safety being taken away from you. And maybe you still don't believe me that a small bribe can affect you and your future in those ways. But let me show you some examples. The US news states that Mexico is the third most corrupt country in the world. And let's think about the Mexican situation. Mexico, for years and years of war between the government and drug cartels, until their new president decided not to fight corruption, Mexico is now led by drug cartels, and it costs the daily lives of 200 people, 2,000 a month, and 26,000 a year. Just think about it then again. Have you done any of these corrupt acts? And by doing any of these daily life actions, you're creating a corrupt society, and therefore you are taking away from yourself, your present, and your future. And even if it could be good for you in the short term, it always comes back. Just think about what world you want your children to live in. Think about their future. Don't worry, it's not your fault. It's all of us for making corruption part of our culture. But guess what? It's never too late to make a change. Let's start. Let's expose corrupt activities and risk that may otherwise remain hidden. Let's keep the public sector honest, transparent, accountable. Let's help dishonest practices. Let's help stop dishonest practices, please. I would like to invite you to investigate deeper into corruption and really see the harm we are doing to our society. I had the privilege of attending a learning experience during my university studies with Ms. Bonnie Jo Palivka, and believe me, you are going to change your perspective on corruption. You are going to understand how a $5 bribe that you accept or offer can cost the education, the freedom, companies, or even lives of you or your loved ones. Clear checks and balances along your relationship. Start changing the world and the world that you will leave for your children. Make an impact today. You never know if tomorrow you will have the opportunity to make a change. Change your perspective on corruption and make the world a safer, healthier, trustworthy, and sustainable, and a corrupt-free world. It depends on you. It depends on me.